3 Voice of the People FM. Welcome. How are you? Happy New Week. I like Nigerians. You know, we have a greeting for everything. Happy New Day, happy Sunday, happy weekend, happy eku everything. We have eku greeting, eku show, eku evening rush. Good evening to you. Welcome, guys. This is 90.3 Voice of the People FM, and of course, it is the show, the Evening Rush. Yes, and we are here to do justice to some amazing conversations that has been making the round lately. We are here to keep you updated, just as we always do it, right? My name is Precious E.
And I'm Promised Lagos. Amazing evening to you guys. And like she said, we're always here to bring you top of the stories.
Ew.
Everything that is trending in politics and governance and even our step down.
Ew.
You know,
Bong,
you're going to get it hot. Hot today.
The step down today, you're gonna love it. The step down. The step down. Me and Mr. Darlington will put like
a step down.
The step down now. I have to say it like that, so Mr. Darlington will understand. By the way, today is Monday, so I have a Monday Thursday tonic in the house. Mr. Darlington, good evening to you, sir.
Yeah, Precious. How was your weekend?
I'm fine.
Mr. Darlington, you're sounding like a very good person.
Yes, so
by
he
the
always
time you
begins,
start bringing bass boost now.
He always starts from a very gentlemanly point of view.
I was always good until I met the two of you.
Hey, what an accusation!
So we are the bad eggs.
I didn't say so.
Hey,
where
is your empirical evidence?
Pressure.
Sir?
You did not add the eku suffering.
No, Mr. Darlington, that will bring tears to my eyes because he's actually suffering.
You give somebody in his suffering. That means you appreciate what he's going through. Is that not important?
No. We cannot eku suffering.
No, eku suffering. No.
We can't eku suffering.
We have it's part of the greeting now.
Ejo.
No. In fact, it's a status symbol.
Oh, no. So Lagos, before we eku suffering, let's bring you on the conversations that we have this morning. 1 trillion naira monthly revenue inflow. Yes, that's it. So subsidy removal, federal government recovers over 1 trillion naira monthly inflow revenue. Right, monthly revenue inflow. That is to say that the federal government has been saving up to 1 trillion naira every month. So that means we would have saved June, July, August, September, October, and we'll save November 6 trillion naira. What are we borrowing for again? We have money. Okay, so let's go to the next conversation.
An Abia governor denies spending 927 million on Governor Oti's mills and others. We'll dig further into that.
So talking about digging into matters, did we also let you in on the economic crisis? Sanwo-Olu approved 73.1 million naira for Tinubu's portrait picture, and 44 million naira for vegetables. You know, you have to eat fresh. That's what this news says, not me. Good.
So this story says Imo Guba Pool Labour Party protest delaying release of CTC documents to them for tribunal. They are getting ready for tribunal.
The same thing that happened in the election petition tribunal.
I wanted to say that.
Where there was delay again, and then court. Okay, so let's move on to other conversations, right? 2 PDP, 1 NNPP governor battling for the soul of their mandate. Mkpurubi of their mandate, but I hope they find it.
And we'll have the story that says factional Speaker of Rivers State Assembly, Ehe, escapes alleged assassination attempt. We'll have the recording of is it Ehe?
Yes. Yes.
We'll play that.
So going for that, instead of demolishing Igbo properties, conduct Biafra referendum, Ejimako to federal government and Lagos state government. That's what he's saying. That's deep. All right, so let's go to the next conversation. Yeah, good luck, Jonathan saved Nigeria. Shehu Sani says. He says, good luck, Jonathan saved Nigeria. That is it. He saved Nigeria. Suffer Nigeria. And then we'll have another conversation here that says, Imoguba, protesters. Yes, we have that. And then that's about it, right? Yes. So Lagos, these are the hot topics that we have this hour. You know what? Let's take a little break. I will be right back to begin the dissection of these conversations 1 hour at a time. Stay with us. This is 90.3 Voice of the People FM, and it is the Evening Rush. We'll be right back.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on The Evening Rush.
Lagos, you are welcome back. So let's go straight into the conversation now. Straight to the first topic that we have. Right. So the Minister of Finance, Mr. Wale Edun, says the federal government account is witnessing improved revenue inflow since the removal of subsidy from an average of 650 million naira monthly to over 1 trillion naira in the last 4 months. Now, the minister stated this today, Monday, in Asaba, at the opening of a ceremony of a 4-day retreat organized by members of the Federation Account Allocation Committee, FAC. That is those people that used to gather all the money we used to share every month. Just in case you're wondering who they are. So the minister, represented by the Permanent Secretary Finance Special Duties, Mr. Okokunodo, said the government had long realized that petroleum subsidy was not sustainable. According to him, the subsidy regime eroded revenues that should have been available to fund viable expenditures that were critical to the well-being of the populace. Bottom line, they say every month they don't receive 1 trillion naira now, like monthly now. That's the kind of revenue we'll make that. You'd also recall
like
that
you said,
that
why are we
Wale had
still
mentioned,
borrowing?
yes, Wale had also mentioned last week that Nigeria does not actually need to borrow. That borrowing to fund our budget and all that is not sustainable. So it's not something we should do. So I think, well, I don't know. Mr. Darlington is here in the house. Economist Mr. Darlington chiming into the conversation. Sir.
Precious.
Sir.
This is a season of deceit and double speak. There is nothing like 71 trillion naira. If there is, let them show us. Was it not the same Minister of Finance who told you the other day that we should not be borrowing to fund the budget?
Yes.
So why is he telling us that we are saving 1 trillion naira? Is he not supposed to tell you we don't borrow money since we have 1 trillion naira? I have told you, whenever they run into a cul-de-sac, whenever they run into problem, they will look for something to pacify you. Like a crying baby, they will put soccer in your mouth so that you keep quiet. With what is going on, does this economy look like they have 1 trillion naira somewhere? Why haven't they? Okay, all the backlog they're supposed to be paying from the promises they made to NLC to the people they are owing money. Why are they not clearing it? If they are saving money, please, why are they not clearing? Rather, they are concentrating on borrowing money. Precious, do you borrow money when you have money? Does it really make sense? You have money, you now prefer to go and borrow. So that what? So you mean borrowing has become a status symbol? You now want to pride yourself that yes, I was able to borrow $10 billion from World Bank. Meanwhile, I have 10 billion naira. Is it easy? You know that kind of mentality. So borrowing has become our culture. How can this man justify what he just said now? Where is the 1 trillion naira they are saving? Remember when this thing came up the other time, they told you that there was no money that was saved though. Somebody said it, that they are not saving any money. Today they will say one thing, the next day they will say another thing. All because they want to make you look as if something is happening. This economy is that they know it. They only saying this thing just to make you feel good. If there is money in this economy, you don't need to tell me, it will show. Precious, it will show. You will not be owing workers here and there. You will not be lacking behind in meeting your obligations. So where is the money? What are they doing with it? Money is enough for spending. They are saving money, yet they are borrowing money. Which one are we to believe? You were here just the other day when the Senate approved the money for Tinubu to go and borrow. Is that not true? So if we are saving money, if we have 1 trillion naira, why are you borrowing money? You can see deceit. The same deceit they use in the other region. It's the same pattern, the same standard.
Mr. Darlington, you're aware that money is needed to fund the government daily, right?
Yeah. If they are funding the government, look, does this government look like they are being funded? Can't you see how everything is?
There's government to be run.
Where are you running? If you are running a government, the pressure, things will not be like this. Look at the things, galloping inflation, galloping. Precious, galloping inflation. Have you seen the price of things in the market? This economy doesn't look like anybody's running it. If you are running this economy, it will not be like this. Things should be looking up, not down. Nothing shows that somebody is running this economy. Because since they came in, 6 months down the line, look at where we are. And you are telling me you are running a which government are you running? Which government are you running? You are not running any government too. At least we witnessed when government was running this country. We witnessed it. We saw what happened.
All right, promise. Let's go straight to the next
Lagos also
conversation.
told you that the Abia State government has denied reports making around that it spent a whooping sum of 927 million naira for Governor Oti's meals, welfare packages, and others in 3 months. Reports earlier emerged online alleging that a budget performance report indicated that the government spent 927 million naira within 3 months on refreshments and meals, allowance, settlement of honorarium, and welfare packages. The report is currently generating controversies on social media as a cross-section of Nigerians wondered how much amount of money has been spent in the space of 3 months. However, when contacted, and the special advisor to the governor on media and publicity, Ferdinand Ikoma, said the report is incorrect. He, however, promised to revert with details respond to the viral report by an online platform.
Okay.
I don't want to mention the, but it has been going viral on Twitter all day today.
Okay, so let's go back to, a similar thing happened. So let's marry with what happened in Lagos State too, as saying that the Lagos State government has also reacted. I mean, the deputy governor of Lagos State has also reacted too. So Lagos State government approved, according to this report, approved the sum of 44.8 million naira for the clearing of vegetables within Ekpe Mixed Development Scheme. This is according to the state's this is according to the state's public procurement agency, PPPA. So the project was awarded in May to MS Obak Nigeria Enterprises by the Lagos State New Towns Development Authority. According to this report, the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has been criticized over the approval of 7.5 million naira to replace liquid fragrance in his office. That is, to put perfume to make the office scent well, so that the office will not have body odor in his office. And a 3 billion naira to purchase rechargeable fan. Do you understand? Because lights may go, so it's good that you have fans that are rechargeable for emergency, so that they can be blowing. So to purchase rechargeable fans for the office of his deputy, Obafemi Hamzat. Now, actions that public affairs analysts have described as insensitive to the plight of the people, especially coming at a time the government was encouraging the citizens to endure the economic hardship in the land. However, further checks reveal that some questionable spending was approved by the state government. That is, it showed that there are some of them that are somehow that was approved. But let's go for it. So according to the document, 73.1 million, not 100 naira, 73.1 million naira was approved for the production of the official portraits of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the state governor Sanwo-Olu. That is 73.1 million naira is to do portraits of the president and the governor. The project, which was executed by the Office of the Chief of Staff, was also awarded to Fluolizvi Connect. Now, Tinubu, a former governor of the state, was sworn in as president in May 29. Of course, we know that after winning the election or being declared by INEC too. So, according to available information on the website of the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget, there are less than 150 MDAs in Lagos State. So, 80.8 million Tokumbo vehicles, 400 million on charter plane. All these are monies that were spent. Should I give you more details, or Mr. Dennis? I should stop. Let's go further. The Office of the Chief of Staff also got approval of 80.8 million naira on June 19. That is this year, June 19, for the procurement of 10 units of foreign used vehicles. That is 10 used cars. Now,
not brand new.
Yes,
used cars.
Okay. Some office got approval of 440.75 million naira for the purchase of a brand new Lexus LX600 bulletproof sport utility vehicle. Now, the office also got 18.5 million naira for the supply and distribution of 20,000 Noelia chicken across the local government areas and wards in the state. 400 million was approved for flying hours expenses on an ad hoc charter plane. Because we have to use private jets, right? 152 million naira for Akinolu's water. 152 year, 581 million naira for church renovation. Now the church also approved, or the government rather also approved 152 million naira for the restoration of water supply at Idugonro Palace. Is that the correct?
Palace of
Palace. Now the official residence of Oba of Lagos. Records also showed that the state approved 581 million naira to renovate St. Andrew's Anglican Church in Okekpopo area of the state. Is it Okekpopo? Yeah, Okekpopo area of the state. Plenty things
millions
like that.
And billions.
Naira that was spent
so
on.
Much millions.
And then there was also money that was allocated for the judicial, the court case. The payment of court case. For CTC, they are the Governorship Election Tribunal. So, and I think that got the reaction of the governorship candidate of the Labour Party, where he reacted that we did not take the Lagos state government to court. We took Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to court. So why should the state government fund? Why should their legal case be funded by the state?
I wonder.
He mentioned that. So yeah, and there was also a case of a consultation fee of 20 billion naira somewhere. I don't know if you saw that amount. Yes. Yes, air freshener 7 point something million naira and that and all that. This is happening in Abia State, Abia State and Lagos State. Lagos State government has Abia State government has denied that and said that they will come out with clearer information and update and response later. But Lagos State governor, deputy governor also reacted to that and said
he said it was a false claim, false accusation, but he didn't dig deep into it.
He did not verify which of them further. So
He
perhaps we should actually wait for the detailed explanation like that of Abia State that will be coming soon. But at the meantime, Mr. Darlington, by the way, all these reveals were made by the ADC governorship candidate Funsho Daherty, because he said he had to write an open appeal to the an open letter to the office of the public procurement. Why will people be spending our money like that? That kind of thing. So yes, go ahead now, Mr. Darlington.
Please, the Anglican church that they spent 580 something million, the church, does it belong to Lagos State government?
It is church.
Hold on, does it belong to Lagos State government? You mean all Lagosians go to that church? Why are they using Lagos State money to renovate a church? Who owns the church? Precious.
Sir?
Who owns the church? You can't talk. God Almighty. It's like you can see profligacy. You can see profligacy on display. Anglican church. Okay. Since Lagos State have so much money, they don't know what to do with it. There is Methodist church. There is Catholic church. There is even Church of Scientology. There is even Church of Satan. They need renovation. Those ones, are they not church? Who owns the church they are renovating with taxpayers' money? Precious. You can see what is happening. Tomorrow they will come and tell you there is no money, and they will be taxing Lagosians. All this money are money they are generating from Lagosians, no other place. And look at how they are wasting it, throwing it away. Something that will cost 10 naira, these people will do it for 10 billion, 10 million. Just because there is so much money. And this is the renewed hope agenda. These are the people helping Tinubu to realize his renewed hope. And this was the former state of Tinubu. Look at the level of profligacy going on here. Look at all the roads in Lagos, Precious. Have you noticed how bad the Lagos roads are?
I was telling someone the other day that there's barely a stretch of road that from one stretch to the other that you will notice a pothole.
I'm telling you.
It's
yes, it's not important. It is all this profligacy.
Some of them, in fairness to the government, they've been patching, they've been making up some of them gradually.
What? In fairness to who?
Fixing them gradually.
Fix which road? Precious,
covering the potholes.
With the amount of money generated in Lagos State, if those money are properly used, there should be no untarred road in Lagos. By the way, look at the size of Lagos. 3,577 square kilometers. It's a very small state in land mass. It doesn't take rocket science to run Lagos. Precious, Jugu local government in Niger is bigger than Lagos State in size. So why is it that no good road in Lagos? A small space, yet they can't manage it, but they have money for profligacy, for ostentatious lifestyle. Look at that Lexus LX 600. They said it's 600 million. 600 million. Precious, 600 million. One car, one. One car. You can imagine lifestyle of people who have brought renewed hope. You can see how their renewed hope sounds like in an economy that is down. Should this type of profligacy be going on? Tell me, should it be going on in an economy that is gasping for breath? And somebody say it is on their website. It is not a fabricated news. It is on their website. That was why Doherty got it. He didn't make it up.
Do you know if somebody uploaded the wrong thing?
Who uploaded what is on their website? How can you go and upload something on their website and they kept quiet? Tell me. Didn't you see how they itemized the expenditure? Was it not itemized?
Okay, so let's move to the next conversation freely. So recently,
for an economy, hold on, pressure, please hold on. They are borrowing money. You know why this thing is annoying me? This money you are going to pay all this with the borrowed money. It's not as if your economy is doing so well. Even if the economy is doing so well, then do the road. These are things that will impact on the lives of people. Go to all the localities in Lagos. There is no good road. Is it not money that will take to feed the road? Now the money is there and you are using it for what? Vainglory, selfish interest. You want to put air freshener in your office at 7 million naira. The air freshener, it came from heaven. They didn't manufacture it on earth. You can imagine. 73
million naira for pictures.
For portrait. In the first place, the precious. The portrait of Tinubu is not the responsibility of Lagos State. Tinubu is at the federal. When they produce it,
no, but there will be presidential portraits in all the offices of Lagos State government.
If they produce it at federal, then all the states are expected to have it in their offices. Are you telling me that Lagos State is doing their own separate?
No, now they will make their own copies now, and remember that they have to replicate it to other offices.
You didn't hear me. I said it is a federal government affair. If you are doing portrait for Tinubu, it should be a federal government affair, not state. So if you are making budget for it in the state, are you telling me that all the states are now making budget?
Yes, every state puts their own picture now, Mr. Darlington.
Hold on, it's a lie.
They will not fund their own pictures, so they will go and collect it for free from Abuja. They will go and collect picture for free from Abuja.
So that it will be uniform.
No, now, Mr. Darlington, no. There is Mr. Darlington, there is an approved picture. There is Mr. Darlington. There is an approved picture by the federal government that is an official portrait, and that official portrait is what others will replicate.
It is not possible because in the first place, this is a federal government affair. Tinubu is the president.
And it's the duty of the state, of every office in the state and every company to put the picture of the president.
It's the federal that will produce it and then hand it over to states. That's what I'm saying. You don't need to. Okay, even at that, is that why you're going to budget 73 million naira for it? Are you telling me that all the states are so buoyant that they can budget such an amount? Or you tell me what budget are you? Do you know that if it's not uniform, some people are going to do their own?
That is why there is an official portrait, Mr. Darlington. An official one, but you replicate it. Replicate the official.
It is not federal
or domesticated.
No, it's a federal matter. You cannot do it step by step because if you want to do it step by step, there must be difference. It should be done.
No, now the federal government is the one that releases the picture that is official portrait, and it's not official portrait that everybody will make their own copy.
That portrait, the frame and everything, it may not be uniform. If you allow state to do it, as long as Tinubu is the president, everything concerning him should be federal matter, not states. After all,
so Mr. Darlington, let's move to the next conversation, please.
And PDP, that are still groaning from electoral robbery. Do you think they'll be happy to put the picture?
Mr. Darlington, let's go straight to the next conversation, please. So recently, a series of court judgments have sent shockwaves through the corridors of power, leading to the dismissal of several state governors by the Court of Appeal. So on Sunday, yesterday, the Court of Appeal, led by Justice Elfreda Williams Dawudu, ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission to withdraw the certificate of return given to Governor Caleb Muftwang of Plateau State. Now, the court declared Nantawe Goshwe of the All Progressives Congress, the rightful winner of the March 18 governorship election, ordering INEC to issue a new certificate of return to him. The NNPP received 1,19,602 votes to defeat the APC, whose candidate Nasiri Gawuna, that is back in Kano State, received 890,705 votes. This is according to INEC results during the election. Yeah. Okay, so the NNPP candidate was said to have won the election. Now, the Election Petition Tribunal, under the leadership of Justice Oluyemi Oshadebe, invalidated the election of Governor Abba Yusuf. The tribunal made the decision by declaring 165,662 votes garnered by Yusuf as invalid because they were not, stamped and all that. So the ballot papers for the 165,663 votes were not signed or stamped according to the judge, and thus were invalid. Now, the court ordered that Yusuf's certificate of return be revoked, and that's a fresh one be issued to Gawuna. Now, the Court of Appeal in Abuja also upheld the tribunal's decision that three-member panel led by Justice M.A. Adume determined that Yusuf was not on his political party's membership list. So, in fact, even though your party list, so because of that one, come and be going to. And it wasn't as if it was, a different case in other states. As in Nasarawa State, the Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal, they also sacked the state governor, Abdullahi Sule, in October and ordered INEC to revoke his certificate of return and give it to David Omagodo. The appeal court seemed to follow the same line. And then even in Zamfara State, there's fear of the same thing. So, yes. So it looks like, a couple of governors who are either from PDP, or NNPP are fighting tooth and nail for. So we have the governors in Plateau State, in Nasarawa State. I think, that's Plateau State. Yeah. Plateau State, Nasarawa State, Zamfara State, Kano State. Yeah, basically all fighting for their tickets back. But interestingly, in a play out of events that happened today, the Benue State governor's election today was rather affirmed by the appeal court. And the same reason why it was affirmed almost looked like the same reason why the other people's elections were outturned or upturned. So, Mr. Darlington, let's have your take on this.
In fact, the Precious,
Sir?
I don't even know how to. In fact,
you'd recall that most of these cases that these governors had were the cases that were set to be pre-election cases by the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal and affirmed by the Supreme Court. So for the cases where they say, we cannot hear in this case because it's not within the jurisdiction of this court to hear this case. Why were they not heard in this case? Exactly.
Even Supreme Court say he cannot hear pre-election matters.
Yes, because they're pre-election matters.
But the court is not listening and they are sitting over it. Precious, how do you want me to begin to analyze this issue now, please? How?
Sorry.
Please, how? Do you see one of the reasons why I get annoyed? These people just think that all of us are mumu. I don't get it. Just yesterday, a whole Supreme Court said it is a pre-election matter for them to bring such a case before them. Then appeal court and the tribunal are sitting over the same matter, affirming and repealing cases. Precious, how do you want me to analyze this matter now? Tell me. No, tell me. If not that what Atiku said is what is going to happen now, these people are tilting towards one-party states. They want to collect all the states, so that by 2027, there's no need going for election. They just say, go, we approve, go. I'm telling you. Because if APC have all the states, then what election are you going into? That is what they are trying to do. Precious, can you just imagine what these people are doing? In that of Rivers, they said the man from NNPP, Kwakwanso's son-in-law, he did not leave
Kano State
Kano State before he joined NNPP. And
but NNPP never denied that they nominated him.
It's a pre-election matter. It's a party matter.
Yes.
Precious, in Rivers State, did the Fubara leave his accountancy job before he now contested the election? Did he resign? He did not. You and I know that he did not. But because they are in the good book of the government, I don't know the type of travesty that is going on in Rivers State.
Kano
State.
Rivers.
I said I'm not in River because you don't know whether it is APC state or PDP state. Ordinarily, Fubara is still in PDP. Is that not true? But he did not resign before he now contested the election. Nobody is talking about him. Nobody have annoyed his election though. Because Wike is sitting in Abuja. You can imagine what is going on. I said we are not in a democracy. This APC, I don't know how these people, I don't know who introduced these particular people into us. They have messed everything up now.
So
No,
Mr.
Mr. Darlington.
Everything is upside down.
Mr. Darlington, please. Mr. Darlington, promise go to the next story, please.
So speaking about election matters, the Labour Party in Imo State on Monday embarked on a protest march against the alleged delay by INEC to release the certified true copies of documents of the November 11th governorship poll. The news agency of Nigeria reports that the state party chairman, Mr. Callistus Ijeoma, led the protest by party supporters to INEC office in Port Harcourt Road, Owerri. Ijeoma said that the party had long applied for the CTCs but regretted that INEC had yet to release the document 9 days after poll. He therefore urged the national chairman of INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, and INEC Federal Commissioner for the Southeast, Mr. Ken Okaogu, to prevail on the state's resident electoral commissioner, Professor Silva Agu, to release the document and requested.
You can imagine now.
So, Mr. Darlington, you know that you recall that this same delay happened during the presidential election. It also happened in Rivers State.
Good.
It happened in most of the. Why is it that the court cannot even hold INEC responsible?
Good.
Say INEC release these documents on time to these political parties that
Not
are
only
contending.
that, Precious, listen very well. Listen. The 153,000 votes that was not stamped and signed by INEC was counted against an NPP.
Kano State, yes.
Kano
please.
State. Nobody called INEC and asked him, come.
Why wasn't this
paper
paper signed? This ballot paper signed?
Precious, nobody called INEC and drew their attention to this thing. They are blaming the voter.
I was going to ask that. Is it difficult to
God
hold
Almighty.
INEC accountable for things that have that's supposed to be within their jurisdiction that fall apart?
It's like there is a law that nobody should mention INEC in all the cases. I'm telling you, that's what it's looking like. Because all the infractions committed by INEC, they were never answerable to them.
But they are responding to most of these cases. Like even the presidential election petition tribunal, they were responding to Atiku's case. They were responding to Peter Obi's case. So why did they not really answer any question?
Good.
And why did the court not demand them to answer any question, particularly?
Especially that of Kano. It shouldn't have been counted against the NNPP because it is not their fault. It's not the fault of the voters. As a matter of fact, nobody said that those votes were not validly obtained.
So it's like you're blaming someone else's ineptitude on another person.
Exactly. They did not sign it and it was not stamped. Does that invalidate the vote that people have already casted? People casted their vote. Then for you to stamp and sign, that is the only reason why we are invalidating the voters of 156,000. 156,000, and that would have given this man a clear margin of victory. Look at that kind of argument. Is it the fault of the voters? And now the same thing they did during the presidential election tribunal case, delaying material that the petitioner needed to consolidate their petition. They have started it again in Owerri. By the time they get to the court now, they will tell you that you came late. It was served out of time.
All right. So, Mr. Darlington,
and everybody is watching. Nobody will call INEC or even Imo State government. Why you? This type of pranks can never be tolerated in a civilized environment. They will penalize them. Pressure. They will sanction them seriously because you are trying to compromise the court. You are trying to be a cog in the wheel of justice.
All right.
But now nobody will be sanctioned.
So, Mr.
You
Darlington,
rather blame the petitioner. Say, why did they even bring it late? You won't see the obstacle they encountered. Nobody will talk. They want them to be violent or what? I don't get it.
All right, so Mr. Darlington, let's move straight to the next conversation. As in Rivers State, the factional speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Edisine here, has allegedly, according to this report, escaped assassination attempts on his life and his family. Now, a statement posted on the platform of legislative correspondents in the state claimed that the former leader of the House was attacked at about 11 p.m. yesterday, Sunday, 19th November 2023, by a group of armed thugs and rogue police officers. Now, the statement claimed the men were fully armed with the intention to assassinate Ehiye. And this is, to them, they're saying that it is people that wore police uniform, that they know them. So Ehiye is the former leader of the State House of Assembly, who was impeached as the former leader. He was recently suspended by the embattled Speaker of Martins Amehula. Yeah, so this followed a fire incident here. You know that story. So Ehiye was suspended alongside 4 members of the State House of Assembly.
He's actually the factional speaker.
He's now the factional. And remember that he's a recognized speaker by the governor of the state. Right, so this is looking like a message. Well, let's take a listen to him.
There's also a recording of Ehiye alleging that he knows people who try to attack him. So let's listen to him.
Let's see if we can quickly take a listen to that, Lagos.
Mr. London was last night. I was home with my family when we were alerted by my security officer that some bands have just arrived at the gate and making efforts to break into my house. So my security agents had to repel them. I resisted them heavily. They shot in the air, and my security details held their grounds and refused to open the gate. So immediately my younger brother who stayed with me had to put on his camera and came out and started shouting that they are being recorded, and after some minutes they ran away. We have extracted the CCTV footage and will soon send it to the world to see what happened. Some are very recognized policemen, notably one Mr. London, who was former camp commandant, governor, and one Maserati. They are known policemen, and my security officers, that's to me, recognize them very, very well.
So, Mr. Darlington, according to this report, the speaker is saying that the former governor, Nyesom Wike, has a hand in this attack. We don't know why, election matters or leadership matters or political matters have to turn this violent or bloody. But let's have your reaction to this.
It has been like that. River State, you remember in 2019.
Don't mention Mashahari. Just go ahead.
It has been like that. It has been in 2019. It was rivers of blood. You remember? It was bloody. And I'm asking myself, is it hard to serve the people? Precious.
Sir?
Is that how to serve? Because they will tell you that they are there to serve. Is that how to serve the people? Political assassination. When are we going to get that? It's because nobody has been punished. Precious, nobody has been punished. Even when you know these faces and the people behind it, the government, either federal or state, they will not have the political will to prosecute. You can't do that in the Western world and get away with it. It's not possible, no matter who you are. You assassinate an opponent for whatever reason so that you can climb up. No. The law will not allow you to benefit from your infamy. It's not possible. But here, they do it openly, brazenly. They did not even cover their face. They came because, yes, somebody sent them.
If you look at the case of Ugochi in Imo State, a similar thing also happened, and he also fingered security agencies. And we don't know if those security agencies that were captured by his CCTV have been apprehended or anything has happened.
Nobody. Even what happened during the election, they saw everybody that was working with the who were fingered in the beating of Joe Ajero.
So, Mr. Darlington, the political crisis in the state, like in Rivers State now, has been alleged to be sponsored by the former the former governor, who is the current FCT minister. Do you think that is true?
Promise, from the look of things, I can no longer doubt anything coming out from Rivers. So, as long as it has to do with violence, I won't doubt it, because it is their stock in trade. And you know Wike, who pride himself as a hippopotamus, that whatever he wants, he'll get it. He talk with so much arrogance and impunity that you now ask yourself if this man is God. There? Didn't you hear?
Well, he used to be your man of the year just sometime last year.
Of course, I thought he was acting. He was.
So where did you fall out of love with him?
Listen, this is why you see.
After the election.
Hold on, before I will quarrel with you, anybody at all, I will give you all the time for you to play out your game. It is when I am satisfied that you are no longer what I should support, then I will come after you. I can't just start criticizing you just because everybody. No, I watch. When Wike was fighting for North-South presidency, I thought he meant it. And I said it will be moral for Buhari to leave office and Atiku want to take over.
But we'll have a Southern president.
Hold on now. I said that was when Wike was fighting before the primaries.
So he fought it and he got a Southern president for us.
Southern president.
And that's what he supported.
Hold on. I said when Wike was fighting as under PDP because it was APC that left on.
It doesn't matter the party the president
matters.
comes from.
It matters because you can see now. You can see the result now. If this is a satana of a different political party, things will not be like this. Because the man there told us he was coming to consolidate what we suffered for 8 years.
Mr.
How do you support that?
Is it about party or the capacity of the person?
It's not
about the capacity of the person.
It's about
promise, go to the next story.
They don't have a good agenda.
Promise to the next story. Go ahead and let us in on the next story.
But when I now discovered that he was fighting for himself.
Mr. Darlington,
can
please.
I continue?
So
Aloy Ejimako, special counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, said on Monday, that's today, that those who want Igbo out of Lagos State or Nigeria should conduct a Biafra referendum. He posted on his X handle and he said, I'm quoting him, "If you want Igbos out of Lagos or Nigeria, stop demolishing our properties. That's cowardly. Instead, do a referendum on Biafra and brace for the resounding result. Until then, stop turning Nigeria into an open-air prison for Igbos. From the program to now, Igbos have had enough," he's saying. There have been claims that the Lagos State government is targeting and demolishing markets populated by Igbos. Also, there are rampant allegations that buildings owned by Igbos are being demolished by the state government. One of those that got affected was former Super Eagles striker Emmanuel Emenike's house, and he came on social media, saying lots of things about this demolition. Mr. Darlington, what's your take?
Shebi, people say we should not talk of tribalism, ethnicity. But it every day staring us in the face. Abi, how many times have any government in the south demolished any property owned by a non-indigenous of Igbo extraction in the southeast? Please, can somebody tell me, or do you want to tell me that no Yoruba man built a house in the southeast, no Hausa man built a house in the southeast? How many times have we demolished just one for whatever reason? Nobody will address it. But when we shout, no, don't talk about ethnicity. Oh. Is that how we are going to live together? They say unity. Is that how we are going to be united? Every blessed day. Hold on. Something happened in my street, right opposite my house. A young Igbo boy was working with some people. I'm telling you. They sent him an errand. He went to go and buy that market from an Igbo woman who is selling opposite these people who have shops opposite my house. They said, no, why did you go there? Go to the other person who's the Yoruba person. Go there, go and buy. So the boy went there. For going to buy from that, if you see what they beat this boy, because the people is working with that, they're Yoruba. A very big problem. Oh. It was later I heard what was going on. I'm telling you. If I knew from the beginning, Precious, you would have heard it in the news. For going to buy this thing from an Igbo woman, when the Yoruba person was equally there, they beat this boy head because it was the Yoruba person that sent him.
Offense?
He went to go and buy that thing from an Igbo woman. Meanwhile, a Yoruba person sent him to go and buy that thing, and he should have gone to go and buy it from a Yoruba person.
Does that even matter? So we should start selecting people who buy things from in the market.
I said this in front of my house. In front of my house. That is how bad the things have become. Can an Igbo person do this thing in the southeast? For what? He doesn't even have time. Precious, we don't have time. It is not our character. We don't care where you come from. But here, everything is tribalized. Everything. This one in front of my house.
All right, so let's move on to this conversation. One of the last that we have, the former lawmaker Shehu Sani has pointed out 4 actions taken by the former Nigerian president Goodluck Jonathan during his administration that may never be repeated by any other president. He said these 4 things what Jonathan do. He go add many other presidents to him. And Shehu Sani, in a post on his X or official X or Twitter handle yesterday Sunday, while marking Jonathan's birthday, recalled how the former president appointed a chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), whom he never knew and never met, but he appointed him as INEC chairman. That is Atahiru Jiga. And then there are also he said there are also 4 things ex-President Jonathan tweeting. He said there are 4 things ex-President Jonathan did that may not be repeated by any president in the nearest future.
Yes.
1, he said, appointed an INEC chairman he never knew and never met. He said
It's true.
Sani also pointed out that the former president, while in office, approved the use of a data capturing system in the election that led to his own eviction from office.
Exactly.
Sani stated that Jonathan had, during his administration, requested an opposition candidate to nominate one INEC commissioner.
That's true.
And then, according to the former lawmaker, Jonathan disagreed with the outcome of an election, but went ahead and congratulated the winner.
Good.
For the sake of peace and unity to the country. And then quoting him, he says, to the Doves, he is a man of peace, true nationalist and a patriot. And to the Hawks, he was a timid compromiser.
I'm telling you.
GE saved Nigeria, and in its most critical and crucial moments. That's what he said, Mr. Darlington.
Yes, very, very good point here. I'm telling you, because you don't know the problem that man saved us. If you have known what happened in Ivory Coast, Côte d'Ivoire, when Gbagbo and this other man, he said he's not going anywhere, and over 3,000 people died because of that. Even when what's that his name now? The man that said they should stop the collation of results.
Orubebe.
Jonathan ignored him and went to go and congratulate Buhari. Do you know that, you see, we have some politicians who are conscious. Precious,
Sir?
the man in Kano who lost to NNPP, do you know that he congratulated the winner initially? He congratulated him. It was his party that went to court. The man even opted that he didn't want to be joined in that party. I'm telling you. Go and read the story very well.
Of course, we know. We know them when he. So we weren't actually expected to see in a tribunal case in Kano State.
Can you imagine? So how did they discuss with somebody who now said, bring up the case, we can handle it, we know what to do? Is that not what happened? So what Jonathan did, do you know that Jonathan became more popular after he left office than when he was in office?
He became the hero of democracy. The
You
president also, I
Worldwide.
think yesterday was his birthday. The president also congratulated him on his birthday and,
You see?
told him that he's the hero of democracy in Nigeria.
Can you imagine? So these people know exactly who is who. Precious, it takes a political will for you to do the right thing. I've seen it. These people know the right thing, but they can't do it. Why? That's what I'm telling you, that leadership is not for everybody.
All right.
It's not for everybody.
Lagos, let's now open the phone lines. Phone lines are open. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions.
What that man did.
Okay.
Instead of them to build on it, Precious, what is wrong with building with what Jonathan left behind? What is wrong with building with it, Precious? If they have done so, will Nigeria be like this? Precious, answer me. That's what leadership is not for everybody. Forget about all these people who these charlatans who are describing themselves as they are nothing. Precious, they are nothing. We have seen leaders somewhere. We have seen Julius Nyerere. We have seen Mandela. We have seen Jonathan. They can't measure up to them. They are not leaders. I've said it severally. It's just that people are using what do you call it? Propaganda to boost their image. They are not leaders. They can't lead.
Lagos, let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions on the conversations that we've raised this evening. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 9039. In case you're just joining us, let's quickly run you through some of the conversations. Subsidy removal. Federal government records over 1 trillion monthly revenue inflow, according to Minister Wale Edu. That is, they make 1 million naira profit every month now. So that means you don't need to borrow anymore, right? And then 2 PDP, 1 NNPP governor battling for the soul of their mandate. And we also did tell you that amidst hardship and crisis or economic crisis, Sanwo-Olu approved 73.1 million naira for Tinubu's portraits, 44 million for vegetables. Right. So factional speaker of River State House of Assembly escapes assassination. Instead of demolishing Igbo properties, conduct Biafra referendum. Ijeoma Egwuatu to Lagos State government. Right. And then we also did tell you that, as they said, GEJ, Goodluck Jonathan saved Nigeria. Sheikh Hussaini said so, eulogizing the former governor. Yes, in Imo State, we also did tell you that Imo Guba Labour Party protest delay in release of CTCs of document, that is certified true copies of documents. So when I never release them on one go court too. And the Abia State government denies spending 927 million naira on Governor Oti's meals and others. These are the topics that we are following this evening. And yes, phone lines are now open. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 9039. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions. Hello, good evening to you. Sir, someone is on the line, sir. Hello, good evening, sir.
Hey, precious, good evening. Good evening, Promise, and good evening, Mr. Darlington.
You're welcome.
You know, I listened to what you guys were saying, and the only thing I just want to, I always love when Mr. Darlington speaks. He's a top notch, and I totally agree with what he says. For me, one thing or two things I have to say is that GEJ, yes, he tried. I supported GEJ, and all that. But where I have a problem with GEJ is that GEJ had the opportunity to prosecute some people that are not supposed to be in government today. But that was never done. But that's a thing for another day. Another thing I have to say is that I saw, I think there was a video going on the social media about Wike going to a church and was not recognized. That is even the beginning. That is even the beginning. And I don't know what went into him to even go to the altar to pick up the microphone and kind of try to admonish people for not recognizing him. That's a little. The next one will be more than what he got. Apart from that, I just want to thank you guys and keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling, sir.
The Abia thing, I did not address it.
Okay, go ahead.
Please. Governor Alex Oti, when he won that governorship election, I was the first person I remember on this platform that was doing the Ogendibo program or so. I told him, don't enter into that government house in Umuahia. It is a haunted house. If you go there, your failure will start from there. I told him, it is a rented house. And you don't know who rented that house. He wants to make sure that the people who will come in there will not succeed so that they will continue to pay him rent. That is the only state that have a rented apartment as government house. I told him, don't enter that place. Make sure you go and rent a different place. After all, Jakonde was using his private home at Idikpeju to run Lagos State. Don't enter that place. It is a haunted house, I told him. If you go there, you won't even know when you misbehave. So if what they are saying about him is true, all well for him, because Abia State, their eye have opened though. They will do to him what they are doing to Ojus Okalo, Theodoji, and Igbazu. So let him be very careful.
All right, thank you, sir. Hello, good evening to you. Hello. All right, we'll lose that. 0700 903 903. Let's run through some messages very quickly. From YouTube, Surplus Link says, don't argue, Precious. We did Buhari first term in office. That LinkedIn is very correct. Don't worry. Thank you. I appreciate you. We're getting there. Tony says, amen. And if York Jackson says, Nigeria is something else. And Femi Bach says, renewed Guinea APC belongs to X2323 says, good evening, everyone in the house. Ogbaide Osazowa says, Nigeria, we need say no to bad governance before 2027 election. If not, so these bad things will get worse. It's either we leave, this country for them, or we chase bad leadership out. Madragon Kemakalam says, until Nigerians answer Igbo question, Nigeria cannot move forward. People are just playing the ostrich here. Nigerians will continue running circles until the Igbo question is answered. X2323 says, I should let Mr. Darlington talk his mind. He's being truthful. Madragon Kemakalam says, Precious, promise. And Oga Darlington, you people are doing a good job. Nigeria is in a total, And then he says, X23 says, some people are jealous of Igbos because of their progress. And Blue Venture says, Prepre, Biko, Sukwani came with Mr. Darlington, please. He allowed him to update us. Biko, my sister Sukwani came. All right, go ahead, promise.
Okay, Remy from Makoka says, someone who is his second term and he has nothing to lose, and APC will present a new candidate and tell Lagosians this one will do better than Sanwo-Olu. They will even join us to criticize Sanwo-Olu and say he was out of line. He won't be impeached for issues of budgetary opacity and official corruption unless he offends his godfather. You mean elections have consequences? Una go explain.
Andrew from Nigeria says, Precious, I feel for you. The rate at which Mr. Darlington calls your name each time he makes his points is wahoo. More grease to your elbow, sir. I can see, feel, and even smell your passion for this country. Madam Precious, I hail you.
Daya from Fagba says, good evening, crew and Mr. Darlington, my man of the year. Liberia has just held a free and fair and credible election that made Judge Weah congratulated the opposition, which many EU observers, many other election observers can testify, even your INEC. Liberians are rejoicing. But the reverse is what you did here in Nigeria, where we had votes buying, Agbero intimidation with INEC.
So Lamidi Papa said that P2B did not. He should borrow leave from Judge Weah and congratulate.
It's patriotic enough to
his
work
party,
with the current government.
He supports party chairman, his party leader.
To congratulate
with Judge Weah. President Tinubu.
With what happened at the Supreme Court, Abi, you see pressure when something is good, you don't need to force it. Let me tell you a small story about that Liberia. Do you know that Liberia is a country of freed slaves from America?
Yes.
In 1840, there was the Boston meeting where the white men gathered all the slaves and said, come, you people are becoming too much, because at that time the blacks were growing. They were
if you want to leave.
You call them at 1840. You call them and say,
Liberia are part of
we
the
want
people
to
that
send
left.
you to your Africa, somewhere in Africa. Those of you who want to leave, we are ready to... Some say they are not going, that their great grandfather died here, work here, they are not going. Some say they are going. Immediately they took them to that Creole Island, which is Liberia today.
And you know their pidgin English is Creole too.
Yes, that is the free slaves. Look at how far they have gotten. You congratulate somebody who won free and fair.
Mr.
You'll be so proud.
Let's go back
it was
to the
Liberia that Nigeria plays a big brother to. I remember we helped them during their
all
of that.
All the people you liberated, I don't tell you, they were telling you to do catch up.
We have someone on the line, please. Hello, good evening to you.
Hi, good evening, Precious.
Thank you. Good evening. Welcome.
Thank you very much. And good evening, my big brother in the studio.
Yeah, well done.
Right. My name is Chitu. I'm calling from Sierra Leone.
You're welcome. Okay, I wanted to say Liberia. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for the good job that you are doing. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I just want to say something here.
Okay.
Regarding the allegation that was going through Alesoti. One of the person that wants Alibo to be developed and be good for everyone to visit. But For the past, since the Nigeria have gotten the independence, and apart from the time our Mbole GK and his group that developed Southeast. Apart from this honorable man, I call them honorable man. May their soul rest in peace. I think they'll be so angry with these politicians that are living in Southeast at the moment. And OT have come. Our people have given him the mandate to look after Abia State. And the gentleman is doing his best, as what we are seeing right now. He was doing his best. But I am asking Nigerians, because I knew that the people that is tormenting that man are not our people. And I will prove it for you. They want him to fail. Just like my big brother said that he wanted him not to go into that house. And I support him not to go into that house. But sometimes these people do their own thing the way they want. But they will never take the advice of people that knows more than them. But I'm telling people should allow that man to do his job, because the problem of Nigeria, they don't want Southeast to be developed. These are the things our people need to know. There is agenda being perpetrated against Ndibo, against Southeast. I've been saying it all the time. There is agenda. Buhari came in here. He said that we are dot in the circle. What does that mean? They have an agenda to make sure that Igbo land is being destroyed. We are here. Watch number four. Somebody that didn't even contest governorship. Ijeoma won Imo State outright. They remove Ijeoma and put Hope Uzodinma today. What is happening in Hope? What is happening in Imo State today? Imo State is the most peaceful, loving state in Nigeria. But what happened today? The first Hope Uzodinma against Imo Light. And he came in there and he's doing the agenda of the Fulanis. I will call them.
No, sir, please. You're on public radio. No, sir, please. All right.
So let's go back to WhatsApp.
We can't have you say that, please. On radio.
Please, Precious, help me ask Darlington, what happened when all elected APC positions were disqualified in 2019 in Zamfara State and given to PDP? Is it not pre-election matter? Mr. Darlington, they're asking you, since you're saying there is a kind of conspiracy.
Okay, let me answer him. The court said that they should not present a candidate because they did not do their primaries. Are you getting what I'm saying? They did not conduct any primary. It is happening in Rivers, not only in Zamfara, in Rivers too. In Rivers in 2019, APC did not contest governorship, House of Assembly, National Assembly, President. They did not. The court, it was Amechi that went there.
Okay.
And conscripted one smaller party and was using it to fight Wike.
Yusuf from Ijegun says, good evening, Mr. Darlington. Promise an APC woman leader. Precious. Under the watch of APC, impunity has continued to reign. It's quite unfortunate that these all are bent on destroying. Okay, what I'm very sure of is that accountability day will meet these people.
Okay. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening. This is Faulkner.
Hi, Faulkner. Welcome. Go ahead.
I'm all right. So, Mr. Darlington, just to reiterate what you said before. You see, one thing about we Nigerians don't understand is that in every country, there's always been issues with race, racism, and stuff. And I look at Nigeria is heading into that direction. How can someone be buying from Yoruba, buying from Igbo, and it becomes a problem in a society where we have 3 ethnic tribes? Precious, I'll give you one instance. A few years ago, I used to do traveling job, and I was working somewhere in Little Rock, Arkansas. Because I came from New York, I was the only black person working in the hospital. So one day I went back. I was working on oximeter, which consists of the blood equipment and some needles. I threw the dispose of those blood into the wrong trash can. I went back to my hotel. By the time I came back at 7:45 a.m. in the morning, one of the staffs from the hospital, which works in that same department, guess what she did? She took the old needles, the old broken bottles, blood, everything. She had it laid on my chair. But because I didn't realize that something was laid on my chair. I sat right on top of it.
Can you imagine?
So now, and this is just in America. So the other thing I told the girl was, I called my boss. So I told her, I said, listen, you are lucky this is not New York. The following month, I left. So just to compare what Mr. Darlington is saying, Nigeria is heading into the wrong path, but we are now realizing. And the moment people start pointing out that I'm Yoruba, I'm Igbo, I'm Hausa, and we cannot live together. Precious, trust me. The end game we don't even know. This is just the beginning. This is facts. And this is the path the Nigerians are heading into. Because we love this country so much that we're supposed to relate. We live together as peace, as one. When you go to Israel, so before the war started in Israel also, I was in Israel this year. Israel, people don't understand how Israel is shaped out. And you have all this West Bank. Imagine, Precious, you living across from Mr. Darlington. You cannot even go across to Mr. Darlington. You have to go in circles and meet Mr. Darlington. Exactly. That's how bad all these things is. Exactly. So, as a country of Nigeria, we need to live as one. If we are heading to the path of one tribe or one ethnic, we are basically sitting on a time bomb. That's just my own part.
That's the truth.
Precious, have a good
thank you.
Promise El Hard. I didn't say it to you. I'm sorry, I didn't say it to you earlier.
You cited me now. It's okay.
Thank you for
so Emperor.
I take it.
Thank you very much.
Emperor, I see your message, but you know I obviously cannot read your message, and you know why. And this person said, "Good evening. Instead of demolishing Igbo properties, especially in Lagos, Ohaneze asked the federal government to conduct a referendum." Okay, Igbos love strangers more than their own people, and go to the southeast and verify that.
Hello, good evening.
I'm telling you, we welcome strangers.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir. Welcome. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is somebody calling from Silver.
You're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you, sir.
Yes, the guy who called from Silver, from Sierra Leone. Yes, the guy was saying the truth. The way you people cut him off, though he might be saying something
you cannot sensationalize on radio, public radio. It's not because you cannot let him divide. No, we can't do that. This is a public radio.
I am coming.
But you can just make your point too without also hammering on that. So that we don't keep hammering on that issue.
What I wanted to say that the guy, there are something the guy wanted to say. You should have corrected him, then allow him to finish.
No, but we tried to stop him and he kept on saying it.
He has said all he want to say.
We tried to even tell him, no, you can't say that on radio, but he kept saying. You listened, you heard that. When we said no, you can't say that on radio, then you heard his voice on the background, his voice on the background. And I understand how everyone feels, you understand. But please, let's not keep making a case out of this. Go ahead and make a contribution, please.
Sometimes you will not blame many of us.
Sir, can you go ahead and make your contribution? Let's forget about that. Let's not continue to build emotions, please. Please, sir.
Can we go back to what?
Just allow me to say now. Because the situation of
you
the country...
You are hammering on the issue, please. This is not fair.
Dwell on the topic we are discussing.
Just go straight to the topic we have, please. These are the things that makes it look like...
All of us, we are offended what is going on in this country.
I would have to be forced to cut you off. I understand you. Thank you so much. So the thing is, please, I don't think any of us love this country more than the other. We all love this country. We all want peace. We all want. I don't think that if we begin to fan, this whole issue and all of that, it will lead us anywhere. And moreover, that is against the ethics of the job that we're doing. So please understand me when I tell you focus on the conversation that we have in hand. Please, you have the right very well to feel how you feel. You have the right totally, but then you can't air your view the way you have the way it's in your stomach on the public radio. How do you expect other ethnic groups to also feel about it? But by the time we'll start fighting each other. Remember what happened in Rwanda? It was radio like this. So please, and one will tell you to stop, try and understand and stop. There is social media for you to vent your anger. You can go on social media and vent your anger. In fact, it's because of you people are open the YouTube page so that people can go to YouTube and talk your mind there. You call in and talk your mind on YouTube. I will not stop you because that's social media. But terrestrial radio is a regulated medium. Let's just try to stick to the rules. It's not that hard, please. Thank you. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Pastor Dr. Harrison.
You're welcome. So go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yes, I just want to make reference to the issue of the former president.
Good luck, Jonathan.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Concerning the issue, the man from the north make reference that
Yes.
no other president can be able to do that. Well, today is an ambassador of peace. Well, thank God for that. But one thing that Jonathan was not able to do that created this mess, because when somebody, because this is national radio, somebody said that if Jonathan comes, it will make Nigeria vulnerable. He leave him to relax. If he has kept him for where he belongs, it will not be like this. That is just what I want to say this evening. God bless.
When you do that, they will say he's hurting opposition.
Okay, this person says, how much is one rechargeable lamp? Now, what for politicians?
You see they talk about that one. Oh, well.
For this hard time, he says.
All right.
When is that where you going?
And then, good evening, P2 and Oga Darlington. My name is Chinedu from Alaba International. I have been listening to your program for over 2 years, and please point one thing you people have discussed there that government paid attention to. Please, if you and your legend guests should be serious, let's stop discussing everyday issues on air, please. The guests you invited from River State have told Darlington the truth, but he's not listening. What's the truth? What was the truth?
They say Dr. Andy Ekwotive told you the truth, right?
That we should give up.
Nobody's giving up anyway. Giving up is not an option. Even Peter told people not to give up. Even that people telling you not to give up. Why are you giving up?
That's what they want us to do now.
Go ahead.
You play into their hands.
It's obvious that certain pre-arrangement has been made before 2023 election to favor certain political candidates. Worst of all, it appears that the national sectors such as the judiciary, nation defense, etc., who's supposed to rescue. But the question is this how we are going to achieve the new Nigeria of Nigerians' dream? Let us remember that no one lives forever and God is the ultimate judge of all.
All right.
In this modern time, when nations of the world are striving to improve upon their current levels, Nigeria is still learning how to sit, not to talk of crawling. All right, so Nemeka from Echibo says this is what the government are good at, just to be wasting the taxpayers' money anyhow. They like just imagine spend much amount on church. Only that means the future of this country is, with the kind of bad leaders. Also, look at what is happening in courts. The judges are busy, turning cases and okay, so you said a lot, and Nigerians are even confused. The confusing Nigerians, time will tell. One day in Nigeria, if they didn't change from wrong ways of doing things, I can see more disgrace coming to those who call themselves strong men in Nigeria. My advice to them is that they should respect the Nigeria, they should respect the people that own the power before they come for it. He said one day, because Nigeria is for the Nigerians and not for a selected few. That's what you said. So basically, politicians or those who are in power should learn to respect the will of the people. That's what you're saying.
They said a dog that wants to die doesn't listen to the whistle of the master. All
right, so I'll go straight to YouTube, where Golding Obadi says this is what you have been saying this all along. The Nigeria has been marked for a total people should take a leave. Time is fast approaching. And then you said Nnamdi Kanu has said this long time ago. Obaide Osazuwa says NSAS is just a tip of what about to happen. Okay, Nigerians prepare. Nigerians in Nigeria if proper care is not taken. All right, that's what you said.
Okay, good evening, Precious, Promise, and Darlington. Precious, please help educate Darlington that federal government did not supply presidential pictures to state local government. Each state, local government, and private company provide their own pictures. Also, it is I totally condemn the reckless spending of Lagos state government from majority of the people are living from hand to mouth. But Darlington refused to comment on Abia State that was in. He already commented on that. Please tell Darlington that the issue of Plateau was that court told PDP to conduct primary from from ward to state levels before they selected their candidate, but they refused. The same issue happened in Zamfara during Hapout in Benue State. Whatever issue that happened was pre-election matter.
All right. So Wansu Paul from Agodasuri says, I'll disagree with Mr. Darlington on the portrait issue. It is not the duty of federal government to produce Tinubu's portrait. All they need to do is to release the official portrait for states to reproduce for official use. That doesn't mean it justifies why Lagos state government should spend that humongous amount, I wanted to say gigantic amount, to produce portraits. When we can get on pressing from one can get one person from Jankara or Mushi markets to print them for us in less than 5 million naira for all the prices.
Just hold on, let's round up. Just hold on so you can round up. Stephanie Akimbo Bisola from Ijegun says, good evening, Double P and the esteemed management of VOP. While I always support Mr. Darlington's analysis, he should not encourage ethnicity in the VOP. Yoruba and Igbo has been living peacefully for years. He should not take hospitality of Yorubas our weak point. I'm from Ondo town. In the 70s, the Igbo extractions worked with my dad, and during the Civil War, they bear my father's surname. And before my father died, these two Igbos was in my father's will, and there is a course on any of the children that will say these two gentlemen is not from our family. My father trained their children, paying for their school fees. During the general elections, majority of Yorubas voted for Peter Obi. I married from Okuzu, Anambra State. Please note that Igbos cannot do it alone. They should realize that they need the support of other tribes. Don't allow the politicians to destroy us.
All right, so very quickly, I think this is coming from what's his name, Dayo from Fagba. He says, what happened in Liberia reverses what happened in Nigeria, where we had vote buying, intimidation, with INEC police conspiracy, with cash carry. You said a lot, and you always keep saying this, and that is why Nigeria are passing through this nightmare. Since when you entered power, is the people rejoicing in our morning? You can enter power through but you cannot even govern through All right.
So good evening, everyone. To those making reference to the Zamfara case, they should know that the Zamfara APC case was decided before the latest amendment to the Electoral Act. And that was why the Supreme Court decided otherwise in their latest decision. Thank you.
And then this says, so this says, good evening, Mr. Darlington. For us to be free from this bad government, all tribes in Nigeria must come together in unity. Is one of the weapons we can use to overcome the present government. For new Nigeria to emerge come 2027, INEC chairman need to be changed. If not, the present government will remain in power come 2027. Or more from Ali Moshe sent in that message. Well, let's run through some messages, Mr. Darlington. I know you want to say something, but we need to go to the step-down conversation.
Please, you see, this issue of tribalism in Nigeria.
Mr. Darlington, let's finish our messages now, please. Let's finish our conversation now.
Something, please listen. When the behemoth call Soviet Union, you know they are very big. What did they
Mr. Darlington, we don't have time. We're stopping on time.
This man called Gorbachev, he introduced Glasnost and the Perestroika, and with it, peacefully, they now devolve. Precious, we had regions in the First Republic. Was there any issue? We didn't. Britain just left Europe peacefully and quietly. We are not saying we should fight. We said let people go and develop according to their strength. Precious, what is wrong there? Is that are you calling for separation? All
right, so let's quickly go back to our messages very quickly. This is coming from this says Precious, the APC General Overseer. Anyway, maybe the Lagos State governor has gotten information that Jesus Christ will come back through the church, and that is why he has to use taxpayers' money to renovate the church to prepare it for Jesus coming. He also wants his office to be smelling heavenly when Jesus comes. That's why he has to spend so much money. You guys are not serious at all. Nigeria can never allow Igbo to have a referendum because they don't want them to leave Nigeria, and they won't allow them to occupy important position in Nigeria either due to fear of leaving. Nigeria forgets that he who is holding person on ground is holding himself. I'm Obi from 7 and 8 cents in that message. All right.
Good evening, Mr. Darlington PMP. For us to be free from this bad government, all tribes in Nigeria must come together in unity. And unity is the weapon we can use to overcome the present government. For new Nigeria to emerge in 2027, the INEC chairman needs to be changed. If not, the present government will remain in power come 2027.
All right.
Almost from Ali Mosho.
All right, so that's about the size of this conversation, Mr. Darlington. We need to go to our step down conversation now. So on our step down conversation this evening, we want to look at women or any partner using the child or the child from that marriage to punish their partner when the marriage it's no more. Yes, because we notice that they say women do this a lot, but we've also seen situations where the men deny. I've seen a situation where a man denied the woman, custody of the child. She can't even visit the child until that child grew up, finished NYS, and used her hand to come and look for her mother. The man denied her access. So, is it good that we begin to use children as bait or as a means to punish our partners when the relationship is no more? Is that a good thing? What happens to the balance that child should have? Having both parents in their lives. That's actually what we're looking at our step down conversation, Lagos. That is it. We'll still love to take your thoughts and reaction on 0700 903 903 903. Let's take a quick break. I'll be right back to handle your thoughts and reactions on that.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pick-up and drop-off from the Lagos airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
Right, Lagos, you are welcome back. It is still 90.3 Voice of the People FM, 21 minutes past 8 p.m. right here in our studio. And yes, we are in our step down conversation now, and we will be taking your thought and reaction on this conversation. So let me read through a few things that has been happening on the streets of social media recently. I mean, we all know, if we're used to Dotun, we would know what Dotun had gone through.
Dotun and the band issues, calling out his in-laws and his ex-wife.
Absolutely. In fact, he even recently just said that lack of access to lack of access to his kids was one of the things that killed Actor Saint-Obi. So he alleges that as he continues to drag custody of his children because his wife or his estranged wife will not give him access to his children. It
was alleged that the estranged wife eloped with the children
United States to the children against
without his consent, and he didn't know.
Against the court order anyway. So and then on Buchi's own side too, Buchi has been lambasting his parents-in-law and
Buchi
calling
comedian.
them out. Buchi comedian, as to, in fact, let's take a listen to what he had to say a little bit after posting and saying, Mr. and Mrs. Salami, wake up! Oh, if people ask me to pay you to have access, but it's child welfare, that anything I have, I should pay first. I pay the money first. When I say rich, more access, more money I be. Twice communication a week is now one video call. Then VN I be okay. You can call with your own phone. You block me after every call until I don't beg I be okay. Make on a take. I can't meet your offer. I work in Naira. It is hard for if it's hard for you, return my kids, please. Gather your evidence. So I have plans. He said a lot. Let's take a little listen to what he had to say, and then we'll get back to take your thoughts.
And I'm not go find peace. I'm not meeting any demand. I know they pay any 1,300. I know they do. See, half of that money when I say the list, I know they pay. Take the children. Now they use my blood as bargaining chips for me. Not be my children. You get person way. I don't understand what they go on. My own children. Una thief they finish now. Una don't define stipend say child. I complain if I not fit take care of my children for you before now they thief they go. Now not plan everything complete. You this rookie. Not let me expose you. You know say now 5 years I take quiet. Don't let me expose you. The small thing, you don't take time. The small sense where you get grant me full access. You never get any legal standby to place any demands. First of all, do you want trouble? You want trouble? Okay. Now, I don't recommend it. I do this for a living. I call people out. I love you. They doubt me, Abi, for my big matter. I said no force in the world will stop me. I know they pay anything again. Muna take the children. But now I go collect peace from Muna. Oh, now I go find that peace. After I don't turn food blogger every day. Anytime when I don't talk to my children, I don't post one story of what you and your family do me for 5 years. Yes, let's go there now. Man, start to count. Your entire everybody apart from your strange father. Man, talk Abi. Rookie, you sure say you go survive.
That's it. Lagos, you heard that from Buchi himself. So so the thing is, for women, why do they always have to, use the kids? Not like
chip.
Even a bargaining chip to even
or
punish
as a way
man.
to punish the man.
As a way to punish the man. Like Papa we born Pikino. Meanwhile, there are women jejely begging husbands now. Come and see your child now. Come and see your children. The papas are even running away and being irresponsible. In another climb, you have women who are, hiding and running away with these children just to punish the man. So for a woman to do that, do you think you really love your child enough? Because if you love your child enough, you want your child to have the balance.
Are you even putting the child's
balanced
interest
life? Exactly.
first?
You want your child to have a balanced life of having both parents in their lives. So I don't understand why we do these things that we do. Anyway, phone lines are open and Mr. Darlington is here. Let me let you chime in before I talk further because I don't even want to attack my agenda now. Sir?
It is the loophole in our legal system that is the cause of all this. I have told you, in the Western world, you dare not. They will take that child, those children, from both you, the man, and
but women still do it in the Western world. They somehow find a way around using the kids to punish their ex-husbands or ex-partners.
Except the man want to let go. If the man want to fight it, the law will step in and tell them the right thing to do. You can't just do that. You can't. In our climate here, we believe that whenever the child grows up, you look for the father.
But is that fair? Is that why some men are irresponsible too?
No,
because as we're giving one boss, we give one bazo. We balance it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you are a man, the wife ran away with the children. All you need to do your duty. Always keep your evidence. If it is money, be paying into the bank. At the end of the day, the bank statement will show that yes, you are giving this woman.
Is it just money? The child also needs to have that parent in their life, Mr. Darlington. Should they be denied the presence of their parents?
Hold on, Precious.
Sir?
If the man have tried and the woman refuse, he should have patience. The children will grow up. At the time, they will be the one to look for the man.
No, Mr. Darlington, not patience.
That's not
let's go to phone line, Jerry.
If you don't have any child,
Mr. Darlington, somebody is here to talk his own. Good evening, sir.
That thing should not bother the man instead of causing problem in the life.
It should not bother the man. So the man should stay and miss all his children's or his child's growing up. All the fond memories he should have. Well, let's have you talk, my brother, man. I'm taking on Mr. Darlington on this.
Go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Pepe.
Sir?
Yeah, good evening, Pepe. Yeah, this is Prince again. I just overheard a promise saying that they also do it in diaspora. The truth is this, okay? Women here understand that if they use that against their husband can take them to court.
Exactly.
And what the court will do is a very simple thing. If they cannot handle it as adults, then the court will place the kid in foster home. And not the male and not the husband and the wife want that, because if the court should take your child from you and place it in foster system. I'm sorry, that child is gone.
I'm telling you.
That child is gone. It's owned by the state,
yes.
and the state will take care of the child.
What they do?
You know. So you know, I totally understand when Mr. Darlington is saying that it's because of the courts in Nigeria, which is true. Nigeria don't even have social services. They don't.
They don't.
So who will even monitor the father and the mother in all these things?
That is not.
You know, for me, what is wrong is wrong. You know, for me, I prefer people.
You know, we have social welfare. We have social welfare, Oga.
Even in all local governments,
we have social welfare.
They are functional.
We just think that laws don't work in Nigeria, but laws work.
Do they have?
There's nothing. Precious. 90% of the time, they will tell the men to pay alimony. Do they pay?
All right. Thank you so much.
It's true, they don't
Prince Akwachi, thank you. Hello, good evening to you. Hello.
Precious.
Sir?
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
And our honorable man, Barrister
Darlington.
Good
Yes,
evening,
sir.
sir.
Good evening.
Darlington, yes. In fact, I've saying it before. My name is Mr. Wanko Jerry, calling from Agodo.
You're welcome, Mr. Wanko Jerry.
Your topic here is one of the best topics so far.
Thank you, sir.
They say it is he who has
should know where he's pinching.
This issue, some Nigerian women are very wicked. I'm sorry to say it anyway. But some of Nigerian women are very wicked. I happen to be the victim of such.
Oh, wow.
Yes. My own is quite different. The woman said doesn't want me because I have no money. After 4 or 5 children, we married, wedded. She's seen another person entirely. In fact, I married because of love. But unfortunately, as I'm talking to you now, where my children are, but I don't know. She took me to court, customary court at Igondo. Years ago now, it's up to more than 8 years, 9 years now. In fact, the custody of my children, in fact, even the court, not Nigerian court, sorry to say it, none of them is functioning well.
Why did you say that? What was your experience?
Yes,
just let us
if
know.
You go there, I'm telling you, listen, if you go there for justice, you will not get justice. Except you have that money. Believe it or not. You understand? I want to come and call customary court. The woman at the end was the judge there or whatever was telling me that she thought I am the one who is aborting my wife. I said no. They said I should come and sign. In fact, they almost locked me up because I said I would not sign the divorce because I would not wait in the court. We waited through the Catholic canon law. So the court had no right to divorce us. The woman nearly locked me up. So I'm talking
that's
to
also
you.
a recognized marriage.
That's the issue. That's by the way. Anyway, what happened is this: some of them is unfair.
So she doesn't give you access to your children.
Have you tried to reach your children? Have you tried to reach them?
Till now, my children now the first son is almost in something years. Second son is almost in something years.
No, but they're grown up. They should look for you now. So now that they're grown up, they're not asking for you.
The mother have polluted their mind. I've been calling my son. In fact, I've been calling them. In fact, they gave me everything that I couldn't get out for them. Come, let us leave. They said no. I must. In fact, they give me some options that is unhelpful. But however, I've forgotten to it. I've married another person anyway.
So you have
other
children now?
Yes. Because I can only. I've been begging her for more than 4 or 5 years. Come back.
No,
let's be together.
as long as an Igbo man, they will come back to your hometown.
Mr. Darlington, that's what you think.
Yes, they must go to their roots one day.
Fidelity. I pray it should be my life when I'm alive, not when I die.
Oh.
Is your wife from your part of town too?
Is the woman from Igbo?
Do you even know?
Sorry to mention it. I'm from my boy. It is love. It was love that pushed me. I married them because I love her.
They will reconcile. They will reconcile. Don't worry yourself. It's a matter of time.
As I'm talking to you, you should marry to a Yoruba person. My brother.
They will see marry on top of her.
I know. In fact, I don't have money, and then I was denied everything. I was weeping in the court when in that day. Thank you very much. I love your beauty.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Give me every encouragement, give me every joy.
No, be patient. There is nothing that time will not heal. Those children will come back one day.
All right, so I quickly take. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sir. Well done. So let me quickly take this message from Kenezi. He says, "Good evening, Precious Promise and Mr. Barrister Darlington. Even marriage that is still together, some spouses use the kids against each other. They should leave innocent kids out of it. Well, lie. Like, why do we have to bring in innocent children? I don't understand all these kind of things. Why should we bring innocent children to things that...
So when you have a problem with a man, or when you dislike your partner, you will want your children to also... You poison your children's heart to dislike their father.
Yes, most women, they don't know. When the children... they don't know that the children will grow up and then they will now add 2 and 2 together.
All right.
Yes, now.
Let's take this call. Hello, good evening to you.
They'll add 2 and 2 together. Know who is at fault.
Good evening. Welcome. Yes, please. Welcome.
Yeah. Mr. Darlington, Ngedoma.
Ndewo nwanyi ọma, kekwanu?
Ademo magwa kwa njisike nalo.
Okay, Madam Quality.
Yes,
people are turning our show to
this is Akuchinyere.
Akuchinyere Ndewo.
Because I tried to call in during the politics topic concerning what they are talking about. As far as I'm concerned, that is it.
Sweetheart, that boat has sailed a long time ago. Please, let's just leave it to say.
Whether it is propaganda or not, the time will tell. Don't worry.
Yeah, we are said that now. Okay, for me, drag children. Yes, because whoever that is dragging children, whether the relationship is working or it's not working, you don't need to drag children. Whoever that wants to collect children should collect children. When that became grow, he will remember who.
I agree.
It's not in all cases, so it depends on what the children.
This man's children now is 21 years. It
depends on what they've told the children. If they have poisoned the children's mind, how they will see you like the devil.
Can I say something? Remember that some of those dragging children of the day, so many of them, let me just say 85% of it is not ordinary.
Yeah.
It's not ordinary.
How?
Many of those
they use jazz on their head, Abby.
Yes, it's not ordinary.
Akuchinyere, you're carrying us to where we don't know. What is jazz about somebody being stubborn and being wicked to their spouse?
And another one I want to say is this. If they decided to be sending money to the parent, to the mother or to the father, let them be keeping record.
Exactly, I said it, yeah.
Because one day
the truth will come out, yeah.
Or they will
exactly, yeah.
Yes,
it's true.
That person will have proof. Okay, that person will have proof. Not that wife will pack children and go. You will just look on concern. Or husband will pack children and go. You will just look on concern.
Hoping that they will look for you in future.
Because they will go and look for you.
Be doing your
they don't need to drag children at all. As far as they are your blood, they will come. They will show them.
All right, thank you so much, Akuchinyere. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Right. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome. Help me turn up the volume of your radio, please, very quickly.
This is Madam Quality.
Mr. Darlington had mentioned
I
you.
just mentioned your name, oh.
Yes, I was just laughing here.
We are working in spirit.
Good evening, sir.
Guys, you're working in sync.
I'm just laughing here now. I heard my name. I said, "Oh, my people has resumed."
Go ahead.
Thank you. Please, I want to shift something on this topic of a spouse being wicked to one another. You know, when it happens to a woman, people will start shaking mouth up and down. But when it happens to a man, people will start shaking mouth. But majority of what I'm seeing and what the people that I have seen them complain to me, they are mostly women where their husband left them for another man, for another woman, and make a family with such woman
and carry the children.
From
carry the
children.
Women.
Is he carried or abandoning the children? Now, please let's know.
Abandon the children.
The man abandoned the family and left. the man abandoned the family, the children, the mother. And they are not, and the man is even not caring. Not even that the man is sending money. No, the woman they have called family meeting.
Madam, that one is a different case entirely because there's a lot of that kind of case.
You don't want to take care of.
There is a lot of that kind of case.
When the man run away like that, he has been bewitched by another woman.
Let's place church. It's okay, Madam Quality. You have brought the grace to this show.
Wrong with their children. It will be wickedness.
You asking the other woman why you collect the man from another woman.
So this person says, okay, which betrayal are we talking about? Is Buchi comedian? He said, is it okay in Igbo land? Any woman you paid her bride price, all her children belongs to you until you collect back the bride price. Training another man's child is a waste of time because the child must surely return to the father. Amobi from 7.
All right, that's the size of our conversation this evening. Thank you to everyone who is joining on this show. All right, thank you to making it happen.
I want to read one more message. Mr. Darlington, point of correction. In Europe, it's even worse because of the law. Women drives the husbands away and take away the properties, and the husbands will be forced by the law to pay their children's monthly feeding, which is child support.
That is in an ideal case.
Mr. Darlington, the show is up. There's no more time anymore. Please, Lagos join us in tomorrow again at 6:37 p.m. Let's have another round of interesting conversation. My name is Precious Enyi. You want to look me up on social media on Instagram? I'm at Precious Enyi Official. Twitter Precious_Enyi, and YouTube is Precious Enyi TV. That's YouTube is a collective YouTube between Mr. Darlington and I. Because it looks like it's just the two of us making content on that YouTube, right? So it's Precious. Doesn't cry. So it's Precious Enyi TV on YouTube. I'll see you tomorrow evening, Lagos. And this show is produced by.
My name is Promise Zenifab on Instagram, Promise A on Facebook and Twitter. Have an amazing evening, Lagos.
Have an amazing evening. Good night. Ta-ta.
Award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream. Delight in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream at 11 Road by First